When they just wanted to, they told the coach, we want to work harder. So that's a good sign.
Well, sometimes it's almost better to have that young club. These kids are all going out there to try and prove themselves. Of course, it's nice to have a superstar, but sometimes they figure they've got it made and they don't have to work. You know, these young kids are going to work hard. I think you're going to see that with Massena this year as well.
I think so. And getting back to the Berg, a couple other things. He feels his goaltending is strong, and he's going to start young Sawyer tonight. I think he's only a sophomore, but he's pretty strong between the pipes. Also, one of the negative things for the Blue Devils they have to work on, and is their specialty teams. He feels that their power play is rather weak. They only had one power play goal in 3 games, and he feels that that's got to come along, and that should be a key factor in today's ball game. You typically in a hard-hitting game, the one goal that went between the legs, that'll happen to anyone, but he was basically steady 99 and 9/10% of the time, and he made some saves that had to be made at the crucial time. Take off our jackets. And today it's 20, 30 degrees warmer, and it's colder in the building.
Maybe it just feels that way. We're about ready to start. It's going to be Pat Tracy's line out from Massena, Tracy, McCracken, and Murphy. Scotty McCracken, a pretty good game yesterday as well. He had a couple of goals. Craig LaJoy will be centering the first line, and I see we have a change already from what I was given. It's going to be McRoberts and Spicer on the wings. And at the points, we've got Myers out there playing along with Bushy. And off the face-off, the puck back in OFA territory. Tracy trying to dig it out of the corner. He is run into the boards by Myers, and the puck bounces free. And going after it is Brian Bushy. Bushy and McCracken jam together. Bushy comes away with it. Long headman pass kept in. Murphy nicely. Here's a quick shot, and the save made. And McCracken is in on the goalie. And that's Sawyer. And McCracken just got railed. There's going to be a penalty. And it's going to go against OFA as the big defenseman Mike Myers railed. I guess they're going to give him matching minors, apparently.
Yep, they are, Jerry. Listen, we've played 14 seconds, and there have been more hits in this ball game in 14 seconds than there were, I think, in 2 periods last night. You can tell, and neither club's going to back off. Ogdensburg started with a couple of checks. I'm seeing it retaliated, and I think that's going to prevail throughout the ball game.
So matching minors, Murphy going off. And Myers, if Murphy had not retaliated after Myers hit McCracken, Massena would be on the power play right now.
That's when you have to have that discipline.
Right. So it's 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders face off in the OFA zone. Tracy stays out with McCracken, and of course Adams and Schneider at the points for Massena. Stepping in to take the circle, the face-off is LaJoy, Craig LaJoy, one of the few veterans on this OFA team. Off the face-off, puck still in the circle. McCracken going after it. They jam. Tracy loses his stick. Where's the puck in the corner? Now Tracy takes a whack at it, goes behind the net. Coming back to pick it up there is Chris Wilson, and he feeds it up along the boards. LaJoy picks it up and out to center ice. Here's LaJoy into the Massena zone. After it there, McRoberts now comes over on the other side. The Raiders control Adams, lugging it out. Adams over skates. The puck comes free. Tracy comes back, picks it up. Across the red line, across the blue line. Shot, and a glove save made by Sawyer. That was headed for the corner, that one. Puck in behind the net. As Massena makes a change here. Jake Morris coming out now. McCracken still out there as OFA dumps. McCracken will make his change, and the puck comes around the boards. Hard check thrown there after it. And Jake Morris trying to clear out to center ice. He gets it there. Morris trying to follow now Adams over on the other side. Bigelow across the blue line, but Jake a little bit ahead of the play. And the puck was bouncing around. That's the reason. So offsides will be the call.
Jake coming out of his own zone, picked the puck up in the corner. He avoided 3 Ogdensburg forecheckers. Not 1, not 2, but 3. And they all played the body, went for Jake. He avoided them all. But this is, again, an indication that we're going to have a hard-hitting game.
Off the face-off, the puck comes back to the blue line. Levac with it. Levac circles into his own end. I guess those were matching roughing calls?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, here's Thompson now on the pass from Levac across the blue line. Try to get to Morris, but he couldn't catch up with it. It's back to center ice. Puck bounced ahead by Bigelow. Back in the zone. Here comes Morris trying to pick it up. He can't quite control it. Bushy has it, and he bounces it off the boards out to center ice. Brian Levac with it for Massena. Feeds to Thompson at his own blue line. Headman goes to Jake Morris. Morris trying to slide it ahead, taking off the puck. Following it up is Thompson. He sweeps it in the zone to lay offside, but Massena gets back. And now it's controlled by Joey Sullivan, Blue Devils defenseman. Over to Bushy. Bigelow steps in front of him but can't control the puck. It's out to center ice, and it's Levac. Levac to an open wing. Bigelow comes back for it. He gets hit from behind, gets down, gets back up, has the puck poke checked away. Massena making changes. Faucher's line, as the penalties are up, we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Across the blue line, the puck comes deep in Massena territory, right in the slot, but nobody there except Levac, and he headmans it. Tommy Moore breaking down the left wing side, waiting for somebody to help him out. He slides it across the open crease, and it goes into the corner. Faucher after it. Faucher trying to feed it to Whitcup behind the net. Whitcup and Bushy jam for it in the corner right side. Whitcup comes away with it. Back to the point. Here's the drive, and it goes wide, taken by Tommy Post. Now in behind the net, Whitcup trying to come up with it. Ed Davis as well. The puck back to the blue line. LaBarge throws the check. He keeps the puck, and now it slides out to center ice. No, I guess it's still in there. LaRose trying to pick it up for the Berg, and he's got it. Around behind his own net. Into the corner it goes. Bushy again has to circle back behind his own net. Massena trying to forecheck a bit here. It comes to Lehue. Lehue feeds it, but not out. Finally, Bushy is going to take matters into his own hand. Lugs it down the ice. Big drive, wide, right around the boards. It comes back about halfway out. LaJoy picks it up, trying to get through some traffic. He's taken out of the play. The loose puck picked up by Tommy Post. Starts out left side, steps by one. Bounce pass along the boards. LaBarge. LaBarge can't clear the zone. McRoberts steals from him the puck right at the blue line. Now finally, LaBarge slides it down into OFA territory, and it bounces back in there. And it's picked up, and the Blue Devils try to control. Tracy steals, shot, score! The Blue Devils trying to come out of their own end, and the pass was a bad one right on the stick of Pat Tracy. Came in all by himself and beat goaltender Bill Sawyer cleanly to the right side, stick side, and it's 1-0 Massena early.
Pat Tracy read the play. He read the pass coming from the Ogdensburg defenseman who was along the boards. He was trying to clear it rink wide. He telegraphed, and didn't get it away in a hurry. Pat Tracy stepped up, intercepted it right at the blue line, walked in and beat Sawyer with a hard wrist shot to the stick side.
1-0 Massena. And that's going to be an unassisted goal, I would have to figure, as he stole the pass. Now the puck at the blue line of Massena. Brett Schneider, problem, but he comes back, has some help from McCracken, and McCracken lugs it in. Now Schneider moving it along the boards. They jam. It's still free. Schneider gets up, slides it over on the other side to partner Mike Adams. Adams, backhand pass. Head to Murphy. Murphy, Tracy. Tracy's got McCracken breaking. Here comes Tracy across the blue line and makes the dipsy-doodle by, but it goes in behind the net, and Bushy picks it up, feeds it around the boards. Back to the point it comes. Schneider can't keep it in, has to come back for it. Slides it over to Adams. He waits and dumps as Massena clears. Comes in behind the net again. Picked up there by Chris Wilson. Wilson, bounce pass off the boards. Jake Morris steps off the bench and tries to keep it out of there. Now Bushy after it. Poke checked away from him, dumped right back in the Massena zone. Inside of the net, Timmy Thompson. OFA makes a line change. Here comes Thompson. Steps by one check. He continues to lug it down the ice. The big drive and the save made by Sawyer by the pad. The puck picked up by the Blue Devils and slid back out center ice. Levac is there to dump it. Goes right back in OFA zone. Mike LaRose with it. LaRose feeding it on the other side. We have a whistle. And I guess an offsides.
Yes, I think he's calling offside.
Okay.
I didn't see it.
A little bit late.
Very fast-paced game, Jerry. Both clubs aggressively forechecking. Both teams diving their defensemen, and as we mentioned before, hard hitting. But a good, fast-paced hockey game.
And on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, it's Massena 1, OFA no score. Off the face-off, puck in behind the net. Brian Levac with it. Headman pass to the winger. Out to center ice it comes. Here comes Morris. Ahead to Bigelow. Bigelow off wing. Backhand save. Rebound bounces. Comes in behind the net. Morris had an opportunity. Bigelow trying to dig it out of the corner. He's got it. LaRose is on him. Here's Bigelow and LaRose jam. LaRose takes him out of the play. Nice play by LaRose, the defenseman. Feeds it around the boards. Thompson pinches in. Picks up the puck into the corner with it. Here's Thompson. He's got somebody in front. Trying to center it right in front. They jam at it. Poked into the corner. On the defense by Cotula. Back down the ice it goes. Into Massena territory. Back there's Thompson. Thompson being forechecked by Cotula. Comes away with the puck, though. Feeds it along the boards. Bigelow. Here comes Jeffrey with it. Across the blue line. Bigelow trying to dump it to Morris. In the slot. Fakes the shot. Score! Jake Morris. 2-0 Massena. What a nice fake that was to set up the goal.
Lovely play. Lovely. Headman pass out of the Raiders. Came out of their own zone. A pass to Jeff Bigelow. Broke down the right side. Drew the defenseman to him. Looked like he was going to dance around him, but laid the puck back in the slot. Jake Morris came in and looked, and fired high again to the goalie's stick side. Lovely goal.
Massena takes a 2-0 lead on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, and that was a pretty goal. Bigelow will pick up 1 assist, and perhaps Timmy Thompson the other.
The Raiders are really passing. Their passing game is really sharp right now.
Here comes Fauché as the so-called Smurf line out there now. Puck comes in behind the net. Bushy picking it up for the Blue Devils. Around the boards, Fauché trying to step in front of it. Kept in. Here's Tommy Post trying to control in front. Here's a backhander. Davis fired it just wide on the backhand. Davis after it in the corner. Taking in the boards there. They jam. Davis trying to come up with it. He can't. Puck in behind the net. Davis still fighting for it. He's got it now. Has it taken off his stick. They jam for it. Puck slides on the other side. Whitcup trying to center. Back to Davis behind the net. Into the corner. Nobody there for Massena. And finally it's picked up there and sent out to center ice by Chris Wilson, the defenseman. Stolen away. Fauché there. Fauché, Whitcup. Whitcup just dumps it. So far, good shift for this line. They're putting on some pressure. Puck along the boards. And finally, way out to center ice. Tommy Post is there to dump it right back to OFA blue line. Picked up there by Brian Bushy again. Feeds to the Massena blue line. Labarge dumps to an open wing. Here's Davis following. The big drive from the corner. The save made. And the puck goes in the corner. Bill Sawyer with a big save. Now Massena making a line change. The Tracy line comes back out. And where's the puck? Picked up by OFA. A little bit of a miscue. And finally, Massena's Tracy finds it. Starts back 2-on-1. Here comes McCracken and Tracy. Now 2-on-2. Tracy goes by 1. Centering past McCracken. He was too well tied up. And the puck slides in on Sawyer. And Murphy was right on top of him again.
I'll tell you, Pat Tracy has brought his game up about a notch tonight. He looks super out there. He's made some fantastic moves. Danced by the defenseman and almost sent Scotty Murphy in alone. Pat Tracy really looking sharp.
7:52 left, first period. On the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, Massena leads it 2-0. We do have to remember, though, Massena led last night 2-0.
You mentioned the third unit, the Smurf unit out there having a good shift. In 3 ball games, they haven't had too many bad shifts.
That's for sure. Okay, Tracy will take the face-off. Back to the point. Here's Schneider, the quick wrist shot, the save. And covering up is Sawyer. And Massena so far pretty much in control of this hockey game as they behind the net. Now the puck around the boards, picked up by LaRose. Mike LaRose for OFA. Long headman pass. Does it get out? No, it doesn't. Pat Tracy back there. Fakes a shot. Into the corner he goes. Tracy now circles back. Looking, trying to slide McCracken in the slot. The shot. Save made by Sawyer. McCracken pretty deep, but he's got the puck in behind, trying to center it. Back to the point. Kept in by Schneider. Schneider feeds it in the corner. Coming back after it is Joe Sullivan. Sullivan taking it into the boards there. Puck goes to Murphy, back to the point. Schneider over to Tracy. Tracy, Adams couldn't quite keep it in. Not a real good pass from Tracy as he had some pressure on him, so offsides will be called. But it looked like Massena was on the power play.
Yes, they're dominating out there. The Blue Devils are running around in their own end. It seems like there's 7 red shirts out there. But you mentioned not a good pass. He didn't have any choice. He was being pressured. He had to get rid of the puck right there or risk having it knocked off his stick and going in for a breakaway.
Morris line back out from Massena. Headman, Levac playing defense, trying to get it along the boards to Tommy Moore. And now Morris has it poked away from him. Levac at the blue line, poked into the zone. Here comes OFA, but Tim Thompson covers up. We have a whistle. I think we're going to have a penalty there. And there's going to be a hooking call. That happened way behind the play. It's going to go against Tommy Moore, I believe, of Massena, and that'll give OFA a power play opportunity. We're down to 6:45 left. Period number 1 on the Tom Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. It's 2-0 Massena.
You know, there's good penalties, and there are penalties and bad penalties. That one's kind of a bad penalty by Tommy. Away from the play, put the hook on his check, and instead of skating a little harder, an extra stride, getting the body, the shoulder into him, he reached over with the stick.
LaJoy, McRoberts, and Spicer come out. Off the face-off, puck back to the point. Massena's got Morris out there, and Bigelow, bouncing shot, goes into the corner. Spicer after it there. In behind the net, they try to move it around. Here's LaJoy. Centering pass goes all the way back to the point. Here's a big drive through traffic, is wide, and Bigelow after it. Finds the hole and dumps it down to center ice. LaRose at his own blue line. LaRose gets the return to LaJoy. LaJoy, Spicer across the blue line. Centering pass. Morris knocks it down, slides it back out to center ice. LaRose is there. He and Morris jam along the boards. LaRose picks it up over to Spicer. Cross ice pass. Spicer dumps Massena's zone. Picked up there by Brian Levac. And, you know, something I've noticed about this Massena team, the fact, Dave, that it doesn't matter. Everybody gets a chance to kill penalties and play in the power play.
Yes, I don't think there's a set unit in either one, and I think that's good. develops team unity. They all feel they can do the job. This is what you have to do.
Back to the point. Here's LaRose, the big drive through traffic. Big save, rebound in behind the net. I think perhaps DeRushy got a piece of that. OFA controlling. Back to the point. LaRose fakes the shot. Now he's going to drive it through. It's wide. Puck around the boards. Bushy trying to keep it in. He does. Puck in the slot. Controlled by Fauché. He loses it. Back to the point. Bushy, the big drive through traffic in the corner. Knocked in the corner nicely by Tommy Post. OFA back to the point. It's Bushy again. 20 seconds remaining in the power play. Bushy slides it around, goes back to the point. Here's the shot. Knocked down, goes into the corner. McRoberts picking it up in behind the net, right in front, and a glove save by DeRushy. And a little bit of collision in there as Spicer came in and got the shot off. Was not a hard shot, and I think DeRushy was ready for that particular one.
And again, a good move. The Blue Devils were applying extreme pressure. I can't understand. They've only scored one power play goal up to this point. Donnie Clark said they look sharp on this power play. They got a couple of boomers, LaRose and Bushy, on the point that can really wheel that puck. Nice low shots. And Bruce DeRushy grabbed that to get a line change out there, steady things down.
Tracy will be coming out now along with McCracken. Off the faceoff, Brett Schneider, they jam at it. Goes up into the boards and over. And so we'll face it off again. 8 seconds left in the power play. That all started when Brian Levac tried to clear it, hit the official, and stayed in the zone. And OFA took over then and had some good opportunities.
And the Raiders in the first 3 ball games, when they're only down a man, they play kind of like a passive box to give the corners to the opposition and seem to give them the blue lines. And they're trying to...
I guess that's confidence in your goalie.
Yeah.
Figure here's McCracken. He's going to clear it down the ice. You figure he's going to stop those shots from the blue line, and so you worry about the inside. And the penalty is up. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey with just over 5 minutes remaining. McCracken blocks a pass. Here comes Tracy picking it up in the corner. Centering pass, Murphy. He's too well covered. Can't come up with it. Now the puck comes back to the point, and here come the Blue Devils out to center ice. Down along the boards into the zone. Murphy back checking, knocks his man right off the puck. It squirts free. Good job back checking as Brett Schneider missed a check that time, and Murphy had to come back and help out, and he did a good job. Here's Tracy at the red line. His head man passed too far, comes right back out again. Tracy has to come back for it, picks it up for Massena. Pat Tracy, head man McCracken. McCracken cross ice pass. Murphy comes back. Murphy trying to center. Pat Tracy goes underneath his stick, but Murphy follows up. Across the blue line, the big sharp angle drive, wide. Now it's Bigelow as Massena changes lines. Into the corner, Bigelow after it. He gets upended, gets right back up, pokes it free. Jake Morris, side of the net, the shot, the save made. And finally, Bushy clears it out to center ice. Racing down the ice is Lehue. He's going to backhand it right on DeRushy. Easy save for DeRushy. Thompson picks up the loose puck, feeds it to Bigelow, right corner. Bigelow in his own end for Massena. Steps by one check, slides it out to center ice. Following up is Tommy Moore. Here comes Moore with Morris. Moore's going to shoot through his screen. It's knocked down. The puck comes to Morris in the corner. He's ridden into the boards by LaRose. Bouncing puck back to the point. Kept in Thompson. His shot right on. Sawyer makes the save and holds on for the faceoff. 3:50 remaining to play in period number 1 on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. It's 2-0 Massena.
Jeff Bigelow typifies the way the whole Raider team seems to be playing. He gets knocked down. He's back up. You can't keep him out of the play.
Morris line out there now. And it's going to be LaJoy again for the Blue Devils. Off the face-off, Tommy Moore back to the point. Thompson over on the other point. Levac, the big drive, and the save, and Sawyer holds on. And again, every time there's a shot, you've got at least one Massena Red Raider headed for that net.
I mentioned Brian Levac. It shows the faith that Coach Moore has in him. Big assist last night, but that meant that he was out there in a crucial part of the ball game. He's only a freshman. That's got to do a lot for his confidence.
He also had an assist on McCracken's goal that tied it up. Off the faceoff, puck in the corner. Ooh, Moore just got railed. Gets right back up, though, but the puck bounces out to center ice. After it is Timmy Thompson. Thompson in behind the net. He and Spicer go. Thompson, whoa, almost hit the side of his own net there. Ogdensburg controls it. Back to the point, but out to center ice. Here comes Bigelow. He comes up with a loose puck. Here's Bigelow. Nice diving play by LaRose to break it up. Bigelow in the corner, and the puck in behind the net. LaRose rails him again, and the puck now, it's Fauché throwing a check. LaJoy comes back to help out. Bigelow now checks LaJoy. LaRose comes into the boards. They jam at it, and the puck comes in behind the net. Fauché after it, and finally it's dumped, but there's a whistle. We're going to have a penalty. Going to be a slashing call, I think, against OFA, and Bigelow is just getting up now.
Well, they again, this sounds one-sided. If I'm gonna, Jeff Bigelow was fouled about 3 times. An elbow, a tripping, a cross-checking. They finally blew the whistle. It was just persistent forechecking and won't give up on his part. He was all over the ice, and the Blue Devils were, as I say, an elbow, a trip, a cross-check. They finally called it.
Timmy Long, the assistant coach, big pat on the back when he came off.
Great effort.
Massena on the power play. Tracy's line out there. Schneider and Adams to take the face-off. It's McRoberts. Off the draw. Puck sits in the circle. Murphy gets upended. Can't come up with it. Finally gets a weak shot. Doesn't get through. And LaRose picks it up. Dumps it down the ice. And comes in behind the net. DeRushy stops it there and leaves it for Brett Schneider. Schneider now starts out from Massena. Schneider, head man pass to Adams. Adams taken away from him, and the puck back in behind the net. And we have a whistle. There's going to be a penalty, a slashing call against Mike Adams.
Definitely, he did. He was stripped of the puck. The defenseman Schneider, Brett Schneider, made a pass to him, and Mike should have passed the puck up the wing to his wing, to left wing, but he tried to carry the puck out, and he was stripped by the forechecker, and he was frustrated, and he turned around and slashed him.
Again, Massena having a little trouble on the power play, getting things going. So now it'll be 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute 4, then OFA will have a short power play.
I guess what I try to say on that, and I try to put it in a nice way, it was a foolish penalty. I wanted to say that, but...
Well, it certainly was. Massena controls it off the faceoff, dropping it back. Here's Tommy Post with it, head man to Tracy. Tracy gets by and starts out. Here comes Tracy across the blue line, 2-on-3 with McCracken. He stops, goes across ice. Here's Post shot through traffic, and McCracken just checked the goalie, and I got away with something right there.
Yes, he did.
Now the puck comes to LaRose. LaRose, head man, into the Massena zone, but coming back is Tracy. Again, good back checking, and any successful team has good back checking. Puck dumped down the ice. That'll be an icing on Tracy. He was trying to hit McCracken, but McCracken didn't touch it. The faceoff will come back in Massena zone. 31 seconds left in the Ogdensburg penalty. And now we got a little bit of a mix-up in front of the Massena bench. And I can't tell who's involved. Let's see here. For OFA, that's Jason Ramey, who is one heck of a good football player. And for Massena, I'm not sure.
I can't pick out that. Is that 22? Yeah, it's
McCracken, I think, is the Massena player involved.
What happened, Jerry? They were making a line change, and 2 players were coming on. One of the Ogdensburg players was coming on the ice, and a Raider, I'm not sure which one, it might have been McCracken, was coming to the bench, and they kind of collided. It was accidental, and I think the Ogdensburg player took offense, thought it was done intentionally, and he turned around, and he might be getting... No, he's not. It's number 10. Turned around and jumped on the Raider player. They're sending number 11 to the backs.
So McCracken goes off and Ramey goes off. And let's see what they call. Pat Tracy, Massena captain, talking with, first of all, Bobby Lozon.
The coaches were out there in a hurry. Both Donnie Clark and Timmy Long were right out there separating the players. It could have been a start of a nasty situation, but they got out there in a hurry and really doused some water on it. And,
they gave them both double minors is what it's going to be. So they'll be off for 3 minutes each. And
it was one of those problems when you have the benches like they are, and they made a line change, the motions are running high, and it was just an accidental thing. The Massena player was trying to get to his box, and I don't even think he saw the Ogdensburg player, and kind of ran into him with the shoulder, and the Ogdensburg player turned and thought it was intentional and went after him.
So it's a double minor to each player, Ramey and McCracken. So we'll be skating 3-on-3 for a little while, 31 seconds, and then 4-on-3 Ogdensburg for a few more seconds, and then 4-on-4 for a while. So already this game has been pretty rough.
From Massena's standpoint, you hate to see this because you're playing so well. And again, the motions are running high in this ball game. A strong rivalry between the two clubs. But this slows your club down. It breaks your concentration, takes away the flow of the game. You've been playing so well, and you hate to see anything disrupt the flow when you're playing like that.
John Simons and Bobby Lozon are the two officials, incidentally. I don't know if we mentioned that yet. But we're going to be playing 3-on-3 hockey here for a while. And coming out, Brett Schneider, Tim Thompson, and Jake Morris for Massena. And I think we'll wait and see here. They're still discussing the situation as the OFA captain, LaRose, comes over.
John Simon is talking to Donnie Clark. I don't know what... this is a situation like this. You just have to be decisive, and the officials make the call. That's it. You know, tell your kids to cool it, or they're out of here, and let's not carry on a big, long discussion. Hand out the penalties and get the ball game underway.
Now coming out now, Rufa, LaRose, and Bushy. And now another OFA player coming over into the box, which leads me to believe there may have been a misconduct as well. Because with a misconduct, the minor has to be served by another player. Or in this case, the double minor.
The Raiders have three in the box also.
That could be the situation in both cases.
Mike Adams was in there initially on the slashing penalty. What's he got? 57 seconds, right? Yeah. And number 5, LaJoy, had 31 seconds left on his.
Face-off will be just outside OFA territory. Pat Tracy out there, Thompson and Schneider. Off the face-off, the puck dumped back into the Massena zone. Thompson gets by a check and starts out. Here's Thompson circling, comes back to the right side, drops it. Here's Tracy. Tracy's going to lug it out. Pat Tracy with a puck now. Stops, makes a shift at the blue line. Would have been offsides. Instead, he comes back and feeds Thompson. Thompson, the big drive, way, way wide. Puck comes back to Schneider at the point. Schneider dumps to an open wing, and OFA gets one back. So they've got a power play now for 20 seconds. 4 on 3. Spicer comes off the bench now. Bushy lugging the puck across the blue line. Bushy's backhander glove saved by DeRushy. Nice save.
Oh, just like picking apples. That one was labeled for the top left-hand corner. Bushy came down, crossed the blue line, cut into the middle, and gave a real strong backhand. Had a lot on it. Bushy just robbed him. Correction, DeRushy robbed him.
Yeah. The Bob Post State Farm scoreboard says 2-0 for Massena. 12 seconds left in the power play for OFA as LaBarge comes back out, replacing Thompson. Jake Morris out there for Massena, along with Brett Schneider to kill off, hopefully, the remainder of this situation. The face-off comes to Schneider, finds the hole. Does he dump it out? No, kept in by LaRose. LaRose, a good hockey player. Feeds it across the slot. It comes into the corner. Jamming for it there, picked up by Spicer. Spicer, the penalty is up. Massena gets Adams back. Here's a shot across the goal mouth. Adams looking for the puck, trying to slide it through, taken away. It comes right in front. DeRushy says, let's cover it up. Since we're not on a penalty-killing situation anymore, we'll give the team a chance to regroup here, and the face-off will be in the Massena zone. 1:53 left in the double minors, and a minute left in the period. Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard says 2-0. Our broadcast today brought to you in part by Hahn Welding Supply, located on Route 56 near the intersection of Route 37, Massena Super Duper Hardhaven Shopping Center, and by Massena General Contracting, 764-5457, or toll free 1-800-427-0226. Off the face-off, here comes a chance for Bigelow, 2-on-0. Here comes Bigelow with Morris. Bigelow, Morris, shot, score. Just like clockwork that
beautiful,
time.
Beautiful. The mistake was made up at the defensive end. The OFA defenseman pinched down, and Jeff Bigelow tipped the puck by him, created a 2-on-0. One Ogdensburg player came back, worked really hard coming back checking, but Bigelow came down, faked the slap shot, laid it across to McCracken, wide open.
Jake had a wide open net to shoot at.
Excuse me, Jake Morris, wide open. Lovely goal.
Nice play by Bigelow. You give Bigelow the credit for that one because he made the opportunity, then made the good pass. Morris, all he had to do, and it's not all, but all he had to do is poke it in.
Sometimes that's difficult to do.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, off the face-off, puck to the Massena blue line. Morris says, where is it? It's dumped in the zone. DeRushy has to make a save. Jason LaBarge backhands it around behind the net for Tommy Post. Post has it poked away. They try to center it, but Morris is there helping out. With 30 seconds, breaks out. We got a 3-on-2. Headman, Morris, takes it across instead, trying to drop to LaBarge, who is the third man. He finds it, centers it, but nobody there. Bushy picks it up for the Blue Devils. Bushy, his headman pass goes up onto LaJoy. His shot must have been deflected because it went high off the ice surface. And with 14 seconds remaining to go in period number 1, the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard says 3-0 Massena. 1:07 left in the double minors.
Raiders dodged a bullet that time. Tommy Post made a blind pass behind his own net. He passed it right to the OFA. Here he's coming off, and Coach Moore's talking to him right now. I know what he's saying. He made that blind pass, and the only guy who was there was the OFA forward. He got the puck and stepped out in front and almost scored.
Off the face-off, here's an opportunity for the Blue Devils in the slot, picked up and dumped back to the blue line by Massena. Murphy picks it up. Here comes Murphy, 1-on-2. Gets a shot off somehow. His stick was lifted, but LaRose picks up the rebound off the save by Sawyer. And LaRose dumps it down the ice as the buzzer sounds. And so we played a period of hockey here at the Golden Dome in Ogdensburg. It was a Massena period of hockey as the Red Raiders lead it on a score of 3-0. On the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, Massena 3, Ogdensburg no score. All in all, a pretty good first period for the Raiders.
Excellent first period. They were in control. They were aggressive out there with their forechecking, their skating and passing right on the top of their game. Bruce DeRushy didn't have that many shots. We're waiting for the stats to come down or to announce the shots on goal. But
it's gone from Massena. But the way things look right now, Massena, they might not have to have that at club anyway.
For those folks that are familiar,
McCracken and Ramey will have to serve their misconducts. Off the face-off, the puck comes to Brett Schneider in his own end. Being forechecked by McRoberts, feeds it out. Murphy, headman right on the stick of Tracy. Tracy down the ice across the blue line. Drops it. Has to come back for it himself. Has it poked away, and Massena has to come back out to center ice and regroup. Now Schneider feeds it in the corner. OFA zone. LaRose after it there. Mike LaRose, pretty good defenseman for the Blue Devils. Back to center ice. Adams is there to dump it right back. Murphy racing for the loose puck. He's got it. He's too deep. Looky, he's got Tracy in the slot. Murphy didn't see him, but he gets a shot off, and the save is made. Now Schneider pinches in the corner. Centers it right in front. LaRose knocks it down and tries to start it back. Murphy takes it off his stick. Here's Murphy in behind the net, gets by a check. Centering, or the pass rather, shot. Backhander right on, and the save made.
Scotty Murphy, that big 6 foot, 170 pounds, that big loping stride of his reminds me of John Beliveau. He doesn't look like he's skating, but he's really moving out there. Covers a lot of ground and has a long reach.
He made a good play that time, coming from behind the net in the backhand shot. A goaltender, a little bit surprised, Sawyer, but he did make the save.
Sometimes you're fooled. You're expecting a hard shot, and that wasn't a hard shot. As we saw last night, DeRushy got fooled on one of those shots.
Morris will take the face-off. Into the corner it goes. Bigelow after it, looking to go back to point. We got players back. Here's Morris's shot, deflected just wide. Now Bigelow in the corner, looking to go back to the point. Levac feeds it back for Bigelow. The puck comes in behind the net, and it's picked up there by Bushy. Bushy feeding it around the boards. As they try to clear, coming back for it is Phil Cole. Cole loses to Bigelow. Now Morris. Morris back to the point. Here's the Levac shot, knocked down by Bushy inadvertently, but it was a good play as it turns out. And Cutula down to the Massena blue line, taken away, bounce back to OFA. Myers feeds to the Massena blue line. Timmy Thompson is there. We're back to 5-on-5. Feeds Morris. Headman pass, Bigelow. Bigelow steps by it. Well, he didn't step by the check. He got the shot off, though. Goes into the corner. Comes back to the point. Tim Thompson all by himself. The big drive, the save, the rebound, bouncing. And finally it's picked up there by Mike LaRose. LaRose rushes and dumps. And he gets railed by Thompson. And the puck comes back in behind. Levac picking it up for Massena. Levac's headman knocked down. Goes into the corner. Thompson circles back. Headman pass up to Moore. Moore at the wing, left side, trying to get out of the zone. He's knocked down, but the puck's out to center ice. Fauché picks it up. Oh, he just got railed right in the face mask. I can hear Kathy Fauché all the way over here yelling about that one, but the puck comes in behind Massena's zone. Thompson with it, gets by one, feeds it ahead. Picked up there by Davis. Davis out to center ice. Now Thompson lugs it across the blue line. He gets tied up and gets railed. There's going to be a penalty there on OFA, and I think LaRose, he's a good hockey player, but he made a big mistake there as he took a shot at Tim Thompson, and he's going to get the gate for roughing, I would guess.
I think he might call it elbowing, Jerry.
Okay.
He got the elbow up. Thompson's a pretty big boy, but LaRose handed out two stiff checks, one to Jeff Bigelow.
Yeah, elbow.
Really railed him, dropped him, and then coming back at the other end, he in turn was hit by Thompson, who handed out a stiff check. So it was back and forth, and those two again ended up at the far end. LaRose elbowing Thompson. But Good call.
Apparently, Fauché is going to be double shifted. He's going to play wing on this power play. Tracy and Murphy are the other forwards. Schneider and Adams off the face, back to Schneider, over to Adams, left side. He's got a lot of room. The big drive, way wide though. Bounces back, Schneider. Schneider feeds it in behind the net. After it, there's Murphy. Murphy in the circle, centers it, and Tracy misfired that time. Trying to hit the moving puck, but fix it up anyway. Goes back to the point. Mike Adams. Adams fakes a shot, trying to get to Murphy, jumped over his stick. Myers picking it up there. He loses it, and the puck picked up by Tracy. Tracy in the circle, trying to center it, goes back to the point. Here's a shot by Schneider, knocked down. Puck along the boards. McRoberts after. We have a whistle. We got an injured player down for OFA. And we'll have a face-off. Didn't see any penalty there, and I didn't see any call.
He got hit on Brett Schneider's shot.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure, hit him on the ankle or on the inside. Yeah, he's
out there now with his line mates, Tommy Moore and Jeff Bigelow. Still Massena on the power play for 54 seconds. Face-off OFA zone to the right. Off the draw, puck in the circle. Morris looking for it. He's got it. Looks to cross it. It goes to Labarge, who's playing the point. He winds up the drive, the save made, and the puck bounced back down the ice by Phil Cole. Comes in behind. Tommy Moore after it. Comes up with it. Getting through some traffic. Looking to slide it ahead, poked away. Back into the zone. Bigelow just threw a check as Cole tried to come back the other way. Now Jake Morris. Leaves it. Gets it back again. Trying to come up with it. Kept in at the point. Now Massena finally clears the zone. Labarge after it at the blue line. Pokes it into the OFA zone, but it's right back to the Massena blue line. Tommy Post. Headmans it. It goes to Tommy Moore. Moore in the corner looking. Back to the point it goes. Here's a shot from Lebec, deflected just wide by Morris. You got to keep those shots low and on like that. Now OFA's penalty is up. LaRose comes out of the box. He and Bigelow jam. Bigelow takes it right away from him. Feeds Labarge. Labarge headman. Poked to free by Jake Morris. Over to Tommy Moore. Morris right in front. Shot. Score! Jake's got the trick.
Legitimate hat trick for Jake Morris. But Tommy Moore, great pass. Read the play on the far side. The Berg tried to clear the zone, and it hit somebody. The puck went to the boards. Tommy Moore picked it up and didn't blindly blast it. He looked. He saw Jake breaking down the slot. Laid it across to him, and Jake didn't make any mistake. He's the trigger man tonight, and that's what the Raiders need. They need a couple of trigger men. The way they've been controlling the play in the first two games and not getting a lot of goals, but they're getting them tonight.
On the Pete Schuler scoreboard, Massena now leads 4-0. Okay, here comes Fauché's line out there. Davis trying to come up with a hard check thrown. Bigelow also picked up an assist on that goal, so the line gets it. Now Massena trying to clear it out of the zone. It's out the center ice. Here comes Whitcup. Whitcup trying to get through, and he gets knocked out of the play. And he's definitely, when he's out there, the smallest man on the ice. Now hard check thrown. Fauché, he's not too big either. Davis, his shot right on. Not a hard shot. And the save is made. And Whitcup went flying into the goalie. In his defense, he was checked into the goalie, and he's in the net now. And it's 4-0 Massena on the Pete Schuler scoreboard. As Whitcup gets up and the goaltender Sawyer gets up. They're going to give him a penalty.
Oh, boy. He went to the net like any good hockey player should. The whistle hadn't gone, and he went to the net, hadn't touched the goalie, and you said he was checked into the Ogdensburg goalie by the OFA defenseman. I don't see the logic. He's calling charging, but Captain Pat Tracy's over there questioning it. But he's calling the game, and that's what he's getting paid for.
So the faceoff will come outside OFA territory. The Blue Devils will go on the power play. Massena will send Tracy out there to try to kill it off, along with Murphy, Adams, and Schneider. It comes to Schneider, and he just dumps it deep in OFA territory. Bushy apparently is okay. Bushy lugs it ahead. It goes to LaJoy, and it's dumped right back in. And we have an offsides, and Murphy got caught inside, so that'll be an offside pass or whatever. Anyway, it'll go back to face off where the pass originated from. And we're down to 1:15 left in the OFA man advantage. 10:01 left in the second period. On the Pete Schuler scoreboard, Massena leads 4-0. Off the face, the puck comes back into Massena territory. Adams feeds it over for Brett Schneider. Schneider bounces it. Murphy finds the hole, dumps it down. There's going to be a foot race for it. McRoberts after it. Murphy throws the check on him, but the puck comes free. And back the other way it goes. Now McRoberts again. Poked away. Here's a shot. LaJoy. Glove saved by DeRushy, and he holds on.
Again, he's not. Bruce hasn't been called upon this afternoon to make a lot of saves, but the saves that he have been quality. That one was labeled for the top corner, and good glove, good save.
52 seconds left. OFA power play, and the faceoff will be in the Massena zone. Bruce, he gets into it, doesn't he?
He certainly does.
He's banging the goal post now.
And he communicates out there. He's talking. He helps his defense out. That's what you like to see. He'll tell
off the face-off. Here comes a foot race. Bigelow going after it along with LaRose. They jam for it in the corner. OFA zone. LaRose comes away with it. Bigelow just held bent for leather on that one. And the puck comes back out to center ice. Here's LaRose with it. Good hockey player. He dumps it deep in Massena territory. In behind the net. LaBarge feeding Morris. Nice play by LaBarge. Morris just slides it out to center ice. Stopping it. It's back to the Massena line. Into the zone. Spicer. LaJoy, his shot wide. Puck around the boards. McRoberts with it. In behind the net. Now feeding Spicer. Spicer back to the point. LaRose, the drive. The save. The puck fallen on by DeRushy. And there's a hard check thrown in behind. And that was way after the whistle. Tempers are flaring. And LaBarge just skates right away. And that's got to be a penalty on OFA, and I don't see how they could call them both on that, but they do.
Number 9 should get a double then. If that's the case, we'll see what they clock it up. The play was over. Bruce DeRushy had smothered the puck. The whistle had gone, and about 4 seconds later, Chris Spicer came out of nowhere and just cross-checked the Massena player.
He goes in the gate. Massena's going to get a penalty too, apparently. 10 seconds left in the first minor.
They're sending 2. I think Spicer's going on the original charge, and then the second, they're sending number 5 also in. I'm looking at my sheet here. LaJoy is going in. That must have been after the fact. Who's the Massena player? Number 15, Bobby Whitcup.
He is in already. He was in.
Oh, he was okay.
I think is that Mike Adams? I'm not sure. I can't really tell from over here. We'll have to wait and see.
As we mentioned, we're. The penalty boxes are across the way on the bleacher side, and we're on the south side behind the players' benches, so it's hard to see over there. I can't pick up the number.
Pat Tracy has done a lot of communicating today with the referees. So Massena picking up 1 penalty, and OFA picking up. No, wait a minute. I guess not. I guess Massena didn't pick up any. Because there's only 2 men in the box. Of course, one of them is McCracken. That's the other guy serving as misconduct.
Okay, all right.
I'm sorry, referee. He made the good call. Here comes Murphy. He gets hauled down. There's another penalty. He gets a shot off anyway. And so OFA will go in the box again for tripping. As Murphy just split the defense that time, they had no choice but to trip him. He still got a shot off.
Shifted into another gear. As we said, that long loping stride of his, he doesn't look like he's covering much ice time, but he's actually eating up the ice, and he just shifted into another gear and split the defense. He was by him. They had to pull him down.
Bushy is in the box now. Massena's going to have a 2-man advantage for a while as soon as the 3 seconds is up. They've got a 1-man advantage now, 4 on 3. They're going to have a 2-man advantage in 3 seconds when Whitcup comes back out.
We're looking across the far side again, and the Blue Devils have four players in the box. They're going to have to enlarge the box a little bit.
Off the face-off. Puck controlled down the ice by the Blue Devils. Comes in behind. And now Massena with a 2-man advantage. Now, they didn't do too well with their 2-man advantage last night. Let's see what they can do here today. Pat Tracy. Tracy down the ice. He's going to carry it into the corner. He stops, looking to set it up. In front, here's a chance. Fauché misfired on it, and it comes back to the point. Here's Schneider. Goes over to Adams. Adams wide open. Shoot. Hit the goal post. Nice shot. Back to the point. Schneider. Here's Schneider. He's got a wide open shot. Fakes it. Goes in front. Tracy. He can't come up with it. And it's dumped but not out. They jammed that right in front. Where is it? No goal. It's underneath goaltender Sawyer.
One thing you want to do on a 2-man advantage is you don't want to dump the puck in. You want to gain the zone, set it up, and take your time. You've got plenty of time, and the Raiders did that. They gained the zone, set up their 2-man advantage. Look good out there. Again, they're utilizing the points, and it's effective, creating a lot of rebounds in there. Spicer is, I'm sure he feels he's in a shooting gallery right about now.
8:10 left to go in the second period. On the Pete Schuler scoreboard, it's 4-0 for Massena. Massena with a two-man advantage for 45 seconds, and that last penalty will not start until after that, so they'll have another man advantage after that.
That's right.
So a lot of power play left for Massena. And I'm sure Stan would like to see him get one or two here because, well, you want to see some power play goals. Off the face-off, whistle blows immediately. Somebody moved. Of course, I guess we should note the winning goal last night in overtime was a power play goal.
And a pretty one.
Yes, it was. Power play executed perfectly. Off the face-off, puck back to the point. Still in there. They jam. It's out to center ice as it's controlled by Schneider. Schneider, head man to Fauché. Fauché drops it at the blue line. Adams, Murphy right in front, shot, score. As it goes to Tracy, and he pulled the trigger in the slot. Murphy, that was a nice play by Murphy because it looked like he was going to shoot and saw Pat Tracy all by himself, wide open. He scores, and Massena gets another goal. It's 5-0, and OFA will get a man back, but Massena will still be on a two-man advantage.
Pretty goal. Again, the Raiders gained the zone, set it up. Mike Adams slid the puck across to Scott Murphy on the left point, who was in about 3 strides. He wound up, looked like he was going to blast it with a slap shot, and Pat Tracy was standing just off the crease, and Sawyer read the shot, didn't read the pass, a perfect pass right on his stick, and Pat Tracy didn't make any mistake. Beautiful.
Pete Schuler's scoreboard says 5-0 Massena, 7:54. This is not one of their faster games we've seen. A lot of penalties in this game.
Yeah, you expect that, I guess, when these two clubs get together and they start, running at each other. Again, the Raiders have to maintain their composure, play their game.
Rufa will take the face-off.
Still a two-man advantage. No, here we come. All right.
Still should be a two-man advantage, yeah. Now we're set. It's going to be Jake Morris's line. Of course, Morris already with a hat trick here. He'll be looking to get more, of course.
Morris with 2 and Tracy, or 3 and Tracy with 2.
Right? There you go. The two centermen doing well. Here's Bigelow with it. Goes across Levac. He winds. The big drive deflected wide. Goes into the corner. After it there is Thompson. Here comes Jake. Morris with a puck now back to the point. Bigelow is at the point. It goes to Levac. Levac moving it around. Decides to shoot. Oh, Morris looking for the deflection. Couldn't come up. OFA gets a man back. Bigelow has it knocked down from behind, but it's not out of there. Bigelow does a good job to keep it in. Massena on a single power play now. Jake Morris with it. Morris shot. Oh, just wide on the deflection. Thompson in behind the net now. Jams for it. Has it kicked away. Bigelow takes it. Centers. Oh, right across the goal mouth, but nobody there. Back to the point, Levac feeds it in the corner. 30 seconds in the power play. Centering pass right in front. Morris pulls the trigger. The save. Rebound. Another shot and a save. We have a whistle. They call a man in the crease or what?
I think they did, yeah. But it's going to come outside.
Right. Okay.
Tommy Moore. We didn't mention, you probably didn't mention when you called it, but what a yeoman's job he did inside there. He parks himself in front of that net. He occupies 1 and sometimes 2 defensemen, and they're railing on him with the sticks, with the body, but he's occupying him. He's screening the goalie. Great job by Tommy Moore.
Off the face-off. Here comes Labarge just dumping it in the zone. After it, there's Eddie Davis, Fauché line out there. Now Davis checked by LaRose, but he comes away with a puck to Whitcup. Whitcup moves it back to the point. Here's Levac, the big drive. He fired it just wide. To Labarge on the fly, deflected, high over the net. Now Davis, who's doing a yeoman's job in the corner, picks it up. Here's Davis behind the net. Goes over to Whitcup, gets by him, he comes after it. Whitcup back to the point. Cross-ice pass. OFA's got their man back. It goes in the corner for Davis. Davis trying to slide it back. Levac with it. Levac in the corner to Davis. Davis looking to pass it. His pass knocked down, and OFA clears it to center ice. Here's an opportunity for the Blue Devils. Lehue, his shot high over the net. It comes to Whitcup. Whitcup, head man, doesn't get it out, and Labarge comes back with it. Here comes Labarge. Steps by 1, by 2. Here's Labarge, the quick wrister, and the save made by Sawyer. Puck in the corner. Whitcup throws a check, and we have a whistle. There's a penalty? Yep. There's going to be a penalty behind the play, and I don't know who it's on.
I didn't see it either. I thought they were just a stoppage.
It's OFA again. Lehue.
Uh-oh. And 23 is going also. Bushy, I think he might be going to the box.
It looks like it. Bushy gets the gate as well. I don't know, that happened well after the play.
Yeah, Johnny Simons called the first call and was going to the box, and then the trailing official made the second call. That one might be a misconduct.
McCracken is finally out of his misconduct, so he comes out on the ice. And it looks like if the penalty clock is correct, Massena will go back on a two-man advantage.
Possibly unsportsmanlike conduct on the second one. You know, the Raiders are, again, we talked about how they're using the points, and Ogdensburg, when they were down one man, tried to shut off the strong side point. Massena picked up and are going to the diagonal point. Really looking fine on the power play.
Here's an opportunity in front. The shot, save made. The bouncing puck. LaJoy falls down, and it's picked up by Schneider. Drops it back. Tracy's at the point. Pat's all over the ice today. Goes over on the other side. Here's a shot right in front. Adams shot over, and it's, who is that? Bigelow, I think, that got the pass from Adams, and Massena makes it 6-0 on the two-man advantage. Was that Bigelow?
I think so.
Okay.
No, it wasn't.
Was it Murphy?
But it was deja vu from the previous goal. Same thing. Set it up the same way. Back to the left point. Faked the shot. Slid it diagonally across. The guy standing all alone.
But anyway, it's a goal. We'll wait on the official. So OFA gets one back on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard. It's 6-0 Massena.
I was miring the pass play. I didn't see who tucked it in, but it was lovely passing.
Nice pass by Adams across the slot.
They put that off wing, the left-handed shot on the right-hand side, and he's got on that power play. He's got the whole net to work with, so he doesn't. And that's the last two goals have been like that. That's the advantage of playing the off wing, the offside. You have the whole net to shoot at.
So it's 5-on-4 now. Off the face-off. Tracy after it. He takes it in the zone. Here's Tracy, top of the circle, and McCracken just deflected it wide. Murphy after it. Here's Murphy all by himself. The shot hits the side of the net. The rebound in behind. McCracken trying to center it, taken off his stick. Tracy comes in, throws a check, and he's in the net. The puck comes free, bouncing. Here's Murphy trying to come up with it. Back to the point. Brett Schneider dumps it over to Adams. Adams lugs it in the corner. Looking. Here's Adams in behind the net. Centers it, back to the point. Brett Schneider. Schneider winds through traffic. Oh, and a nice save made by Sawyer. It comes to Murphy. Murphy takes in the corner, across the slot. Here's Murphy. Drops it. Tracy circles by Murphy. Murphy over skates, goes to Tracy in the corner. Tracy gets upended, comes up with it. It's underneath him. He trying to hold on to it. Murphy comes up with it. Here's Murphy skating in front all by himself. Shot, save, and a big one by Sawyer. And there's going to be something right there as the defenseman flipped it with his hand back to the goalie. I guess you can do that.
Yeah, you'd call him for a hand pass. They delayed the game. The goalie was going to smother it anyway. But I'll tell you that when that power play is working like it is tonight, it's pretty to watch.
Of course, as we look at this OFA team, I have to say they're probably the weakest team Massena's played this year. I mean, they're going to it's going to be a long uphill climb for them.
And I think when you get behind like this, they're frustrated and they're not playing the way that they're capable of playing. I only saw them play a period last night, but I'm sure they're capable of playing a little better than this. But again, the game, the situation is dictating the way they're playing. They're hurting themselves, but
off the face-off, puck controlled. Bigelow to Morris. He got railed. Morris the shot. Ooh, right across the goal mouth. It comes to Tommy Moore. Moore goes back to the point. Levac drives, goes into the corner. That was way wide. Puck back to Thompson at the point. His shot is high. He almost got one of his own men. Comes to Levac. Penalty is up. And the pass comes into the corner. That was a kind of a blind pass, and Massena almost got burned on. Here's Bigelow. Right in front. Shot by Morris, and a save. A nice save by Sawyer again. Sawyer's got to start wondering. OFA is going to ice it. DeRushy has to make a save. So it's not icing, as it turns out. And the puck comes to Thompson. Thompson lugging it out of his own zone. Headman pass. And Morris lets it go by, so that'll be an icing call. And the whistle sounds, and the faceoff will move back into Massena's zone. We are down to 3:49 left to play in the second period. On the Peach Jewelers scoreboard, Massena leads, what now, 6-0.
6-0. Jake had to let that one go by. It was a long lead pass out of his own end. He would have picked it up right about center ice, but he looked up. He saw the Ogdensburg defenseman coming, hang bent for leather, and his eye right on his number 17. So Jake had to veer to get away from the defenseman, or his head would have been up in the rafters.
Here comes Bigelow trying to split the D. He does. Gets knocked down, slides it right on the goalie. He's out of his net. They jam for it, and the goalie's on top of it, and there's pushing and shoving. And Tommy Moore ended up on the goalie. He gets up. The goalie gets up. He's got the puck, though. Jeff Bigelow split the defense and got yanked down from behind, but kept on going on his side, and he had the glove on the puck. He tried to put it in with his hand.
He's a load and a half to bring down when he gets up a full head of steam coming in there. He's really tough.
So the faceoff will come in the OFA zone.
Ogdensburg's getting a little frustrated right now. They're
a little pushing and shoving going on.
Just number 17 just took the skates out from our number 10, who is Chris Leatherland.
Yeah, so we got a fourth line. McDonald is centering it, and on the other wing is Tom Blair. So Stan Moore trying this fourth line, which is the first time. We did see McDonald last night filling in for McCracken when he had the misconduct. The puck still in the zone. Tommy Post after it there. Throws the check, bouncing free. They jam for it. Finally, LaJoy picks it up. Here comes LaJoy one-on-one. Here's the shot. Bounces right on. Rushy makes a save. And now there's pushing and shoving again. And I don't know what's going to happen out of this.
Pair of fives, LaJoy and Tommy Post.
There's going to be penalties.
Brewster Rushy is getting his 2 cents.
Of course, he ended up on the bottom of the pile.
Right.
But he did make the save first and held on.
It's tough sometimes to maintain your composure, but again, for the sake of the team, you've got to. You got to, you say, well, just look up at the scoreboard or hit him with a hard, clean check. The chippiness will get you nowhere.
No, obviously it's 6-0. OFA's been down 2 men twice. They've given up 2 goals on the 2 men down situation. So, obviously it's not going to help you.
John Simons is going to the backs, and the gate opened. What do we got here now?
Here comes AD Jimmy Pinkerton coming out on the ice. He's going to have a little chat, I think, with his players. He's upset.
I think so, yes.
He is very upset.
Yeah, he's calling the team down in the corner. He told the coach, I want the team down here.
Jim Pinkerton is going to have a chat with his team. He is very upset. And now Donnie Clark is upset.
Yeah, Donnie Clark, he's putting him on the spot. Well, the AD and the coach are having a few words down in the corner. The assistant coach. I think
tough situation.
Yeah, it is a tough situation. He's calling the team down there. He talked to Donnie first. He doesn't want this thing to get out of hand, and I don't think it is. I don't think it's got to that point. The Blue Devils are running around a little bit. I've seen a lot worse than this. They're frustrated, but I'm really pleased with the Massena. They're maintaining.
They really have.
They
really have. You got to give the Raiders credit, and the coaching staff. They really have kept their head.
Showing good discipline. This is what you need. Down the road, this is going to pay off in a real tight ball game. And it pays off here. It shows a lot of class, the way they're handling themselves right here.
So with 3:11 remaining to play in the second period, we have, we call this an AD timeout?
I guess you'd call it an AD timeout. I haven't seen this happen. I'm sure Jimmy's got he's got a good valid point he feels for doing this, but it does
makes it tough on the coach.
On the coaching staff, and they are upset.
Our broadcast brought to you today by North Country Sports, Main Street, downtown Massena, by the Seacom Federal Credit Union, Stern Street and Andrew Street in Massena, and by Homestead Dairies, West Hatfield, and the corner of North Main and Maple. There is a penalty on OFA. There was a minor called, and that's it. So Massena is on, but they're not on the power play. OFA's, I don't know. I just have no idea what's going on here. Anyway, here's Tracy dropping it back to the point. Schneider's drive, deflected wide in the corner. We got a penalty, and who's it on? Tripping call on McCracken. So Scotty will get the gate.
Scotty can't be as effective as he can be if he spends that time in the penalty box. He misconduct last night. How many penalties he's had today? Is this his first? No,
he had another one too, and plus he had a misconduct today.
That's right. Oh, he had a misconduct again today. That's right.
Yeah.
Sal's got the stat sheet over there. So
it was So it's going to be 5 on 4 because OFA with a power play now. Tracy out there.
Okay, they took the minute 30 off the minor on the OFA side, so it must have been a
misconduct. Okay. 2:50 left in the period on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard. Massena 6, OFA 0. The puck to the blue line. Rufa picking it up for OFA. Circles back, looking to set it up. Rufa. I don't know what he's doing back in his own end. Now finally he starts to move it ahead, trying to set it up. He goes to Bushy. Bushy headmans it out to center ice. Pat Tracy is there. Tracy circles, drops it back. Schneider. Schneider goes over to Adams. Adams, a little problem with it, trying to clear it back to the blue line out to center ice. And there's a shot by Myers from the red line, and DeRushy gloves that. And, of course, that's going to be called an intentional offsides and move back into OFA territory. 50 seconds left in the man advantage. Peach Jewelers scoreboard says 6-0 Massena with 2:17 remaining in period number 2. Seems like we played 3 games here, but
this has been a long period with the goals, the penalties, the delays, the AD discussion. It's been a long period.
Off the face-off, LaRose in behind his own net. Here's LaRose starting out for OFA. Headman pass to the Massena blue line and in the Massena zone, in behind the net. Timmy Thompson gets by his man, comes out. Here's Thompson looking. He's going to lug it. Now he's going to pass it ahead. It was meant for Bigelow too far, and it's back the other way. To the blue line. They jam at it there. Puck bouncing around. Finally, it's controlled by Jason Ramey. Ramey. His shot from center ice is wide. Goes in behind the net. Picked up there by Thompson. Thompson taken away from him. Ramey centers it, but it's back behind the net. Thompson bounces it around the boards to the blue line. Here's a shot. Goes in behind. Thompson again whacks at it. Puck stays in the corner. It hit a seam or something. Finally picked up by Bigelow. Massena gets the man back. McCracken. Bigelow fakes to fire it down the ice. Sees that McCracken's back and headmans it. It goes to Morris. Across the blue line. Morris waits. Takes the shot. The save made by Sawyer. The bouncing puck comes out to the blue line center ice. Labarge whacks at it. And delay offside. That was almost an intentional, but Bigelow was coming out, so they called it just a delay offside. Back out to center ice. Jason Labarge feeds it again. Another delay offside. Massena clears the zone and makes the line change. Under a minute remaining to play in the period.
They waved that up. They missed that one. Well, that should have been a delayed offside, but they waved it.
Oh, okay.
He was offside by 5 feet.
Puck still in the OFA zone. Whitcup after it. Oh, he just got railed, but kept the puck in. Fauché dumps it in the corner. Around the boards it goes. And finally picking it up there is Chris Wilson. Wilson to center ice. Massena blue line. Post is there to dump it back. That'll be an icing call on Massena. He actually was attempting to pass it, but it went by everybody.
Out there.
Well, now they're going to change as Pat Tracy comes back from Massena with McCracken and Murphy. Adams and Schneider are out there as well.
Adams and Schneider, very strong game this afternoon on defense.
Yes.
Two of them, very strong.
Mike Adams has, well, we haven't had that many games, but this is his best of the year, no doubt about it. Oh, hard check thrown by Murphy. Here comes Tracy with a puck across the blue line, but offsides. And the puck really wasn't in control. Tracy didn't really have a handle on it, and for that reason, there was an offsides called.
Big number 23, Bushy, was winding up to fire a slap shot from the neutral zone into the Massena end. And Scotty Murphy got him from the side. He was off balance, and he really railed him. He put him right on his back.
Of course, OFA have been taking a lot of shots from the neutral zone.
Yeah, they're showing a little frustration there.
Off the face-off. Schneider with it, drops it back for Mike Adams. Adams over to Schneider. Schneider drops it. Tracy, here comes Tracy. Headman pass, McCracken knocks it out of the air as the buzzer sounds. And so period number 2 ends. We'll get an opportunity here for Massena. Cullen coming into the nets. Let me see if we've still got, yes. The shots on net, we don't have an official total, but they're a lot to a little.
Yes.
As far as, this hockey game is concerned, Massena really heavily out shooting OFA. Here come the Blue Devils. LaJoie's first shot. Cullen makes his first save and sticks it into the corner. And is it for Davis? His shot right on, and the rebound. Sawyer has to cover it up. And a real sharp angle. That would have been a real trick to get it by the goalie, but hey, you can't score if you don't shoot.
I don't know if we mentioned the shots, Jerry. I guess unofficially. We had 23-6. Did we have in that period?
Yeah.
That's unofficial. And
but it was close to that, I would say. Off the face. The puck back to the point. Labarge whacks at it. Knocked away from him. Puck at the blue line. They jam for it. Still in the zone. Whitcup after it. He comes away with it. Pokes it. Has it poke checked. And the Blue Devils control it back out to center ice. That's both sides. And we had a man ahead on the left side. That was Scott Williams, who was ahead of the play on the left side. And these lines are all different than the ones I was given, but I guess when you're behind 6-0, you're going to try some things.
Yeah, and we kind of expected to see that. It's a choppy period starting off here in the first couple minutes. A lot of whistles, a lot of offsides, and kind of expected that after what happened in the second period. I think that the Devils are down just a little bit.
On the Corky's Collision scoreboard, it's 6-0 Massena. And Labarge feeds it deep in the zone. LaRose after it. Fauché trying to check him. Bouncing around, Fauché throws another check. LaRose comes up with it. Fauché checks him again, and the puck comes back to the red line, to the blue line, back to the red line. Into the Massena zone. Labarge goes after it. Jason with it. Trying to come up with it. He and LaJoy go together. The puck comes into the corner. Rufa trying to go back to LaJoy. LaJoy throws a check on Fauché. Where's the puck? It's in the corner. Labarge jams for it. Trying to move it ahead. Kicks at it. He still got it. Finally, LaRose picks it up. Or LaJoy, rather. Now Labarge in the corner. They're still going after it. Rufa trying to feed it along the boards, and it comes back to the blue line, and Bushy can't keep it in. It's out to center ice right along the boards. They jam for it there. It comes back in the OFA zone. Whitcup doing a good job that time. We have a whistle, and we're going to have a high stick. And who's it on? That happened right in front of the bench.
LaJoy,
and it's on LaJoy.
He's been over there a lot tonight. I'll tell you, another number 6 for the Raiders, Joey Fauché. He's not very big, 5'5", but he's not afraid to sacrifice his body, and he's not afraid to throw a check out there.
No, I guess he isn't. He's been doing a good job, as have all the Raiders here this afternoon.
Still coming through. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Off the face, the puck in the corner. And we got that fourth line out there again as the puck comes around the boards, and it's intercepted by OFA as they break it out. That's Bushy again. He's been all over the ice. He had a good game for OFA. He's made some mistakes, but we have a whistle. And another hooking call, this time on Massena.
I think he's going to call Tommy Blair for a hook.
Yep, that's who it is. Blair goes off for hooking. And so that will even things up here for minute 14. Then OFA will go on the power play. Danny McDonald will take the face-off. McDonald out there with Chris Leatherland, getting a chance to play here in a 6-0 game. Off the face-off. Puck control by Mike Adams to Brett Schneider. Adams and Schneider real steady today on defense from Massena. Headman pass goes to Danny McDonald. Makes a shift trying to go through. Leatherland couldn't pick up the puck. Bushy back the other way. His shot from center ice goes way wide. Adams after the loose puck. It's controlled by the Blue Devils. And that's Jason Ramey, has it taken away. And gets a shot off the save by Sawyer. The puck sits in front. Oh, firing it just wide was Danny McDonald. And it's Bushy and Leatherland going together. Bushy comes away. He and Leatherland still jam in the corner. And the puck's along the boards. Oh, Leatherland just got railed by Ramey from behind. I guess that was a penalty.
Yeah, he's down too. Chris is down. He's getting up now. He's okay. But no, Ramey took a charge.
I mean, the referee is standing right there, too.
Yeah, he's forechecking, skating hard, but a good shift. Chris is a good, tough boy. He's okay. He's smiling.
Okay, Pat Tracy out there. Or no, wait a minute. That's Tommy Post. No, that is Levac. Getting a lot of valuable experience this year.
A lot of potential. Coming out, he had a back problem.
Yes, he did.
For about 6 months.
It's good to get him back, though, and he feeds it into the corner to McCracken. Scotty with a puck in the circle, right side of the goalie. Trying to center to Tracy, goes by him. Tracy comes after it. Back to the point, Thompson slides it over. Here's Levac's drive, and he got too much wood under it and went high over the net. Tracy picking it up, Massena on the power play. Whoops, the puck hit the official. Here's Tracy with it behind the net. Looking, he gets his man by. Now centers it. No, he doesn't. He holds on to it. Looking to get the center after it. McCracken comes in to help out. Goes back by goaltender Sawyer. Now McCracken. Massena with the man. That was a 3-minute penalty, apparently. Here's a shot. Murphy right in front. The rebound. Tracy missed the corner with that one. Now Murphy with it in the corner. Murphy, he's got Tracy in the slot, can't get it. He's too well covered. Murphy goes back to the point. Here's Thompson, his shot blocked. Thompson, it comes back outside. And the puck back in the zone again. Here comes Murphy, nice shift. Murphy shot. Oh, what a drive and a save made by Sawyer. And Rufus says, let's get it out of here. Intercepted, now it bounces high in the air. McCracken, he gets by a check. Ahead now, nice to Morris, but Morris can't quite handle it. Puck lifted in the air and misses the flags. Bounces to the Massena blue line. It's swept in there wide. Labarge picks it up. Now Spicer and Levac racing in the corner after it. And picking up the loose puck, Morris. Morris, headman, Bigelow. Jeff starts out, drops for Morris. Jake with it across the red line now. Cross ice, takes it in the zone. Here's Morris now sliding in the corner, gets by a check. Morris circles around behind the net. He's still got it. Back to the point, Labarge. Labarge over on the other side, and the pass is intercepted as Tommy Post really didn't have control on the Corky's Collision scoreboard. Still 6-0. We haven't really seen a heck of a lot of anything in this third period yet. Now here's Bushy. He's intercepted, and the puck goes back deep. Myers picks it up for OFA. He's going to dump it long down the ice in behind. Cullen stops it there. Dougie leaves it for Labarge. Headman past Tommy Post. Post gets railed, but gets it ahead to Foch. Foch across the blue. Here's Fauché. Sawyer makes the save. Now the puck comes to Whitcup in behind. Whitcup slides it free. Davis didn't see it, and it's dumped back out to center ice down in the Massena zone. 40 seconds left in the power play. Labarge back for it. Starts back the other way. Jason's going to lug it himself. Jason Labarge into the zone. Gets by the check, but the puck a little out to center ice. There's a whistle. And what's the call?
Calling offside.
Offsides.
Jake Morris, smooth as peanut butter out there. Really looking sharp. And Pat Tracy won't get a candidate over the top of the net.
Over the corner. Trying to hit that upper corner. Now Adams just feeds it in behind the net. Coming back, there's Chris Wilson. Wilson trying to feed it out. Schneider steps in behind. And LaRose picks it up, doesn't clear the zone. Here's Mike Adams, the quick wrister, fires it wide. Now the puck around the boards, right in front. And Leatherland sprawls for it, can't come up with it. And it's OFA out to center ice, but Schneider is there to break up the pass play. Leatherland didn't see it, and picking it up there is Chris Wilson. Wilson pass to the Massena blue line. In the zone it goes. Racing for it is Lehue. His shot glove saved by Cullen. I'll tell you what, Cullen's played pretty well here.
Good glove. Dougie stayed cool. The OFA forward broke down the left side, walked around the defenseman, had a tough angle, but Dougie didn't give any ground and picked it off with the quick glove.
It's tough coming in the third period of a game when you're comfortably in the lead. After it there is McCracken. McCracken feeds it ahead, and here comes Pat Tracy. Tracy, went for Murphy, but Bushy got a stick in front of it, blocked the pass. Now the puck back to the Massena blue line, dumped in the corner. Coming back for it. Here's Levac. We have a whistle on the power play.
He's got to realize he's limited. You know, it's not only hurting the team, but he's hurting himself taking those penalties. You can't be productive from the penalty box. And I like him. He's a good, aggressive little hockey player with an outstanding shot. He's a lot of quickness, but I guess it's just his nature. But good, aggressive little hockey player.
So it's 5-on-4 for OFA on the power play. Bushy with it. Bushy fakes the shot. Goes over on the other side. LaRose back to Bushy. Bushy kind of had trouble with it. Offsides as he lost in his skates, and it came back in again. The faceoff will come. Jake Morris actually didn't like that offsides because he was about ready to pick up that puck and scoot, but that's the way it goes.
Nothing's going right for the Blue Devils tonight.
I guess not. Off the face, Bigelow just picks it up and dumps it. LaRose back there for it. LaRose circles in front of his own net. Headman pass as they move it down the line. Here's Ramey. Ramey across the blue line in the corner. Bigelow on top of him. His pass knocked down, and the puck picked up in the corner by Rufa. Back to the point. Here's LaRose. Deflected wide. And Jason Labarge finds the handle and jams it down the ice. And we're down to 54 seconds and counting. On the Corky's Collision scoreboard, Massena in control, 6-0. Here's Ramey with it, into the zone. Ramey to the top of the circle, poke checked away at the last moment. Rufa follows it up. In behind the net, the puck squirts free. Jason Labarge looking, finds the handle, doesn't get it out. Bushy fakes the shot. Goes across to LaRose on the other side. Back to Bushy. Bushy drives this time, fired it wide. Puck comes to Bigelow, pokes it, kept in nicely there by LaRose. Now the puck in the corner. They move it around. It's Valley. Valley gets it right in front, shot, score! And OFA finally gets a goal. A power play goal by Craig Lehue. And the assist will go to John Valley, who was on the ice for the first time this afternoon.
Dougie Cullen didn't have a chance on that feed out. He let a slap shot go that beat Dougie low and away, but didn't have a chance. I was watching Dougie before that. He's very intense. He's into the ball game. He's reading well out there, but he didn't have any chance on that one.
That was a power play goal for OFA. Off the face-off. Puck into the Massena zone. It comes to Schneider. Schneider headman. Whitcup as we got the Fauché line. Fauché after loses it in his equipment, and as a result, there's an offsides call. 4:49 left. Corky's Collision scoreboard 6-1 Massena. Out to take the face-off now is John Valley. He's got the puck. Whitcup takes it away, gets it back. Here's Whitcup. Oh, he just got railed. Tried a headman of Fauché, and the puck comes back to the Massena blue line. Lehue got the goal, I know that. And Valley got the assist. I don't know if there's another assist or not. Was there a third assist? Rufa picked up an assist on the goal as well. Okay, now the puck in the zone. Hard check thrown by Mike Adams, trying to come up with a puck. He feeds it in behind the net, and back there's Fauché. Joey, headman intercepted, and it's dumped right back in the Massena zone. Down to just over 4 minutes left. Mike Adams with it. Headman, they move it out. Here comes Eddie Davis, has it poked away. Back to the blue line, Whitcup after it. Ouch. Now a hard check thrown by Brett Schneider. Puck comes free. Whitcup after it in behind the net in the corner. We have a whistle.
Got a penalty, too. Got a penalty on Brett Schneider, I think.
Yep. So OFA will go back on.
Whitcup steps on the ice, and it's been this way in the 3 games, especially tonight because it's more a physical game. You can see the opposition's eyes light up. Oh, here he is, this 5'2". I'll take his head up. I'll put him in the nickel seats, but they don't realize how tough he is. He's just like his brothers. He revels in this. He's not going to take a backward step.
That's right. You had a couple of his brothers play for you at Holy Family.
Yeah, they were certainly fine young men. Enjoyed having them. And Bobby's out of the same mold. It's in the genes.
Tracy to take the face-off comes back to Bushy at the point. He winds. His shot knocked down. And it comes to Levac, who just loves it, drops it. Tracy can't get it out of there. Here's LaRose's shot. That's wide. Puck whistles around the boards. And McCracken finds the handle, gets to Tracy. Tracy coming in on LaRose now. Makes the shift, but loses the puck. And Bushy picks it up. Bushy's got a lot of ice time. He and LaRose have been out here a lot here this afternoon. Now Tracy steals it and dumps it back down the ice. A minute left in the penalty, less than 3.5. In the third. Whoa, LaRose almost misfired there. McCracken didn't see it, though. Puck back to the blue line. Tracy throws a hard check. McCracken picks up the loose puck. Looks to dump it ahead to Tracy. And it almost looks now like everybody's sick of playing hockey.
Yep.
They're just kind of moving it around the ice.
Good observation, Jerry. That's exactly what it looks like.
Now here's Thompson. And what's the whistle for now?
Might have bounced up into the players'
that's what
bench.
Happened. Went up into the OFA bench. So with 2:56 remaining, it's still 6-1 on the Corky's Collision scoreboard. Massena on top. We got Jake Morris's line out there. Yeah, Morris has had a heck of a game, the hat trick, and he's had a couple of opportunities where he may have had a couple more goals too. Off the face. He puts himself in position to score is what he does.
He's, as we mentioned, he's smooth and heading. He's always looking out there, always looking. A heady hockey player.
Myers with a puck in his own end. Murphy pokes it away. Circles, trying to come up with it. He got upended, but he comes up with a puck anyway. Wasting a little time. It's back to the point. Mike Adams the drive. Ouch. That went off somebody. And the puck comes into the corner, back out to center ice. Jason Labarge there. 6 seconds left in the power play. It goes to Tommy Post. He says, let's get it out of here. And it crosses the red line before the penalty's up, so no icing. And Massena gets the man back. Brett Schneider slides over, and Massena gets players back on there. Here's an opportunity for Leatherland. He and Morris jam for it. Puck finally comes free. Blue Devils trying to pick it up there. That's Scott Williams. Oh, hard check thrown. Ouch. The OFA player is down. That's Steve Putman. seen much action here this afternoon, and you'd be ashamed to see him. There's going to be another penalty on Massena. Post gets a penalty on that. 2 minutes remaining in the hockey game. 6-1, Massena lead. Too bad.
Yeah, that is too bad.
Off the face-off. Here's LaRose with it. Into the Massena. No, he didn't quite make it in the zone as the check was thrown by McCracken. I bet you Scotty, every time the whistle blows, is wondering, am I going to go again?
Yeah. He seems to be a marked man for the Blue Devils also when he's on the ice. They like to get a piece of him.
Yep. Yep.
Of course, I think he does a little stirring in the pot too.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised. 1:52 left. Off the face, the puck comes back to Mike Adams in his own end for Massena. Adams comes behind the net, trying to find a handle and gets it out. It was knocked down momentarily, but it did come out to center ice. Bushy with it for OFA across the blue line. His shot knocked down by Tracy. Bushy follows it up. Centering pass goes right to McCracken, and he doesn't waste any time at all. He lifts it high in the air, down the ice. A minute left in the penalty, a minute and a half in the hockey game. LaRose with it. Circles from behind his own net. Starts it out. Here's LaRose to Bushy. Headman pass. Snyder intercepts and dumps it right back down the ice. Tracy goes in after it. He's got it. The goaltender kind of came out, then decided not to go after it. But Tracy overskated it. LaRose picks it up. 38 seconds in the penalty and counting. Puck goes deep in Massena territory. Adams looks for it, finds it, just shovels it around the boards. It's going to go back to the point. Bushy dumps it back into the corner. Massena's going to clear, though. That would have been a high stick, controlling the puck with a high stick, but Massena cleared it back in the zone. Under a minute to play in the high. Oh, McCracken steals it, and it gets knocked down, gets back up again, goes after it in the corner. He's won on a lot, and he just gets railed into the boards. The puck comes free, and OFA is going to have... No, there's a penalty on McCracken. Here's the shot, the save made by Cullen, and Scotty's going to get a slash. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, no, he didn't break it because he's picking it up using the same stick again.
Actually, there'll be one. They'll be looking to get it back to Brian Levac, I would think, as Levac is back in the corner. And no, it goes to OFA. Here's a drive. Fired it wide. The rebound. Misfired on it. And Thompson got a glove on it, or a skate, and knocks it down the ice. And we're down to 17 seconds. And this one is just about history as Myers dumps it down the ice. That'll be an icing call. And with 11 seconds left, the faceoff will come back in OFA territory. It's 6-1 Massena on the Corky's Collision scoreboard. The Red Raiders control this one from start to finish. It was not a pretty win, but you got to give them credit. They kept their composure.
Yes, they have. And Tim Thompson, nice job that last shift out there. Good yeoman's work getting that puck up out of harm's way.
Off the face-off. Here's Bigelow with it into the corner. Gets by a check, bouncing puck, and a hand pass against OFA. And with 3 seconds left, they'll drop the puck and get this one over with before anybody gets hurt. Got to give the crowd credit. They stayed a long time.
Yes, and it was a nice crowd today.
Yeah. Starting to file out now, though. Off the face-off. The puck dumped out into the Massena zone, and there's the buzzer. So the Raiders go 3-0 on the season with the championship of the Ogdensburg kickoff tournament. And when you look at the teams involved in this tournament, Dave, you take a look at Rome Free Academy, St. Francis, OFA, Massena. Pretty good field, and so this early season championship is not certainly going to hurt Massena this year.
No, the Rome Free Academy and St. Francis tabbed as two of the top 5 teams in the state this year. Pretty impressive credentials coming in, and good-looking teams. The Raiders with a beautiful win last night against a good, hard-skating, fast-skating St. Francis team. And back today, they were at the top of their game. Actually, the Blue Devils were never in it, as you mentioned.
Let me look at my schedule, but I think that's when it is. So the Massena Red Raiders win the tournament with a 6-1 victory over OFA. And, well, let's see here. Yeah, next Saturday afternoon at 2:30.
Saturday afternoon in Massena?
In the friendly confines of the Massena Arena.
All right. Stats in that period, Jerry, just 1 goal scored by LaRue for the OFA at the 9:56 mark. Valley and Rufa drawing the assist. Penalty-wise, the Raiders had a bunch of them in that period. 5 penalties. OFA had 2. We don't have any official saves yet for the third period. For the first two periods, unofficially, we had 37 shots for Massena, 13 for OFA. We just finished presenting the trophies to the Raiders out there. They're a happy bunch, and, well, they should be, because they really played well out here this afternoon.
Pat Tracy, the captain, and assistants Brett Schneider and Mike Adams picking up the hook. If you look on the defense for Massena, I thought Mike Adams had a pretty good game today.
Yes, Mike Adams and Brett Schneider, that duo really were sharp. They were solid out there. So that would be a good, if we were to pick some stars right there, we'll pick 4.
Pine Street Arena will be on the air about 6:15 with High School Hockey Report, the pregame show. Always a good time when Potsdam and Massena get together, and they should, again, Massena getting good goaltending this afternoon. They were not tested very often, but when they were, they came through.
Yeah, they were quality saves.